pickups time for the month March 2025. And if you've seen the video before on a CEX journey we went to a big superstore one, this one was a smaller one today. It was the Solihull store in the West Midlands, a really small CEX compared to some, but nevertheless you can find some absolute bargains.
Join the fight with no countdown.
Now remember, when I go to one, I have the kids with me and it's almost a collective. What we're going to look at, it's not just about me. In fact, I'm in last place where I should be when it comes to having kids. But anyway, what did we pick up? So we got a mix of games and DVDs. And again, as we said before on the channel, for 20 quid, 30 quid, you know, these days wouldn't get you nothing in terms of a day trip. Yet in CEX, it can get you some amazing bargains. And also on top of that, you know, the small one especially, he won't go necessarily, oh, that game's 10 years old, I'm not interested. No, he just appreciates a new game, and then you can delve and try some things before you come up with the most recent versions. And I've got an example of that in here in a minute, but let's go on. What do we get? So let's just get the DVD one out of the way first before we went on to the games. He loves the small one. Loves, so we got Mini No Camp Son and No Camp Son. So Mini No Camp Son loves Disney. So we got this 4-pack. I think it was £3.50 or £4. Go with £3.50, but that is Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, A Bug's Life, Monsters Inc. DVDs. Now they're all, you know, if you've got Disney or Netflix or something, mainly Disney for these ones, obviously you're going to have all these on tap. But he's got a little DVD player in his room, and you know, kids love the kind of box aspect. So a box collection of all them, bargain. Let's move on to the games. So let's stick with Mini No Camp Son. Mini No Camp Son loves to try out new games now and then. Happy Feet 2, I think that was £3, I think. Xbox 360, not backwards compatible. Microsoft, by the way, if you've seen my video on that before, you never commented on that video where I said how you can fix your consoles for the future. Check that video if you want. But surprise, surprise, nobody commented. Yet the Teon Games one, the games developer, they put a really nice comment on my video and watched it. Engagement with your customers, you see. It's where you need to go, Microsoft. Hey, just saying. Anyway, let's get back on track. Another one for Mini No Camp Son was Wall-E. Now, never played this one. Again, not backwards compatible. My moans are in that video I've just stated. But Wall-E, that was actually a really clever movie if you've never seen that. It was kind of Disney's first foray, shall we say, into the world of, you know, almost political realms and world problem realms. But they were kind of on the money with this one. Because it was about, we dumped too much rubbish on the planet, we're ruining it. That was the narrative. How are we going to fix it? Really clever. Check that film out if you haven't. But Wall-E, that was another one. I think that was £3 or £4. Then we got, this one will work on an Xbox series, the Lego video game. Lego video game. That movie's awesome. He loves that movie. He loves that little dude, Emmett. It is Emmett, isn't it? Batman's in this, isn't he, as well? Is Batman in this one? Can't remember. Yeah, he is. Of course he is. There he is, sitting in the background there. But that film's great. This game is actually awesome. No Camp Son, which is the bigger one, actually played this before, prior when he was smaller, and kind of a repurchase really, £6. But hey, hours and hours of fun out of that. Then we've got No Camp Son. So we got Mini No Camp Son done. Got a little bit spoilt there. Then we've got No Camp Son, the bigger one. So he likes, wow, has just discovered kind of basketball. And it's like, do I like basketball? Well, I like basketball games. Well, here's where CEX stores come in clutch. But we're good under pressure. It's what we do. Clutch! God! Because you don't want to go out and spend £50, £60 on a game of NBA 2K24-25 or whatever, and then go, yeah, actually, what, you know what, that No Camp Dad, well, he doesn't call me that, obviously, but you know what I'm saying. Don't like basketball, don't like this game. So if you dig into CEX, we've got here NBA, you know, 2K22, £4. See? So it's like, you know what? I can give £4. Try that, see if you like it. You know, the game's not going to differ too much in 3 years, that much. He or I don't know enough about basketball in detail to know who everyone is and stuff like that and all the plays and skills you need. It's just a fun go to say, do I like it? Can I get into it? That's where CEX can come in really handy. So he's got NBA 2K22. Bargain. Then the last one. I'm always at the bottom of the list, and rightly so. So I should be with 2 No Camp Sons. But for me, I love beat 'em ups. You know, if you watch from the channel, you know I got into Mortal Kombat for a while, and then that Floyd challenge annoyed me so much because I did all 30 challenges 60 times. I kid you not, and it never unlocked. That's factual, never miss one. And before someone puts, well, you didn't do it right. Yes, I did. They weren't that difficult to follow the instructions. I find every thread imaginable. I even found the calculator. It says they're all unlocked, and he never popped up on my screen, so it annoyed me so much. I played so many hours into this damn challenge, I was like, I'm never playing this game again. Just out of stubbornness. But anyway, so I like beat 'em ups, and racing games has came around. I don't know why or where that came from. I never had that as a child. I really like racing games all of a sudden. Probably because I'm a beast on rocket racing, but I actually enjoy playing it. And that's why I became one of the most elite players in the world on it. But I'm looking for a new racing game. One that's new. You know, I'm too far behind on all the rest to compete. I love competing online. And I've never played a Formula 1 game. Someone put on the comments if Formula 1 games are any good. And is there a 25 one? We're already halfway through 25. I mean, you can't release one now, surely, can you? Anyway, I'm off on tangent. My one was Marvel versus Capcom Infinite. Was this a complete waste of money at £8? I have no idea. That's the whole point of these digs and pickups, to try stuff out. Is this game garbage? Is it any good? Let me know in the comments before you beat me playing to it. You know, and maybe I can trade it back in or resell it because I might not play it. But I'm going to give it a go. Marvel versus Capcom. Obviously massive Marvel fan. Look at the geekness in the background. And then Capcom, yeah, Street Fighter kid. Know what I mean? I've seen that on the channel before. Nintendo, Super Nintendo, then moving on to an Xbox kid. You were probably a Mega Drive kid. But that's where my kind of gaming started. Well, I actually started on an Amstrad. My God, who remembers Amstrads? My first console was an Amstrad where you had to load the tapes. That's crazy if you think about it. Imagine showing kids that today. They'd be like, what is going on? That's insane. Maybe I should do a video on the Amstrad one day. I don't have it anymore, obviously, but my word. Remember, we used to take 3 minutes to load a game. Crazy. Anyway, Marvel versus Capcom Infinite. The clash of 2 perfect worlds for me. Is this game any good? I don't know. Never played it. So those are the pickups. And we like going on a tour every so often of these CEX stores. You know, target a new one. You find stuff like these 2, especially, you know, in the other CEXs I've been to recently. I never saw these. I mean, I never even heard of that, to be honest with you. I've never heard of it. And I was like, what is that? I'll try that out. And then basketballs just became a new, and it was like, yeah, I'll try it. DVD section's always good because they are cheap in there. You might find some classics that you really like. And just digging through the games, you know, it's good fun. And try them out. And it's not too much of a money hit because I can't afford to go out and buy loads of new games. I just can't do it. So those are the pickups. We've done a kind of tour of the West Midlands ones at the moment. I've obviously got some to go. But if you can name any massive CEX stores outside of Birmingham, obviously the Solihull one, the Coventry one, I think we've done that. That's pretty big. And the only other ones I know, in fact, I don't know where they all are. There's got to be loads out there. Shout them out where you think there's a really good one, and I'll go and check it out. Well, me and the No Camp Son and Mini No Camp Son will, because I don't know them all. But they're a great time just to go and try some older games. And yeah, luckily I kept that 360 now because, yeah, you wouldn't be able to play it on your backwards compatible on everything Xbox Series. Whatever, Microsoft. No, they're not. Not never. But yeah, that's the end of this video. If you give me another suggestion, I'll go there. You know what I mean? We don't mind traveling. Shout out a good one in the comments, and I'll go to it. See what we pick up. But those are the pickups. CEX. Shout out to you as always. Thank goodness you're here, or we'd all get ripped off for games 24/7. Take it easy. Bye bye.